Hi, it's me. Welcome to the stream. I can't. The sounds outside my window sounded like they were whatchamacallit, sounded like it was rain. I think that's just the plastic that is on top of my windows. Anywho, we're playing Sonic today, and also if things look weird on my end, that's because I'm currently twisted towards my come on now. Currently twisted towards my whatchamacallit, my my other monitor in order to see. Let me try to fix this a little. It probably looks weird. Change the world. Coming out to stun. Your chance is none. Okay, now it's good. Now it's good, because my microphone disconnected accidentally part way through me setting up stuff. I'm also at the moment currently playing ball throw on my phone. I will turn that off soon, I promise. But anywho, I have not played the PS3 in many years. I guess I haven't played it, at the very least, given these photographs, since 2016 probably. Anywho, let me exit out ball throw, because that's definitely not what this stream is about. Alright. But yeah, it turns out that you can, PS4 controllers are backwards compatible with PS3s, and you can play them with your, PS3 if you so desire. And I'm going to need people to let me know if the game is too loud, because I won't know, and I haven't really tested it. I forgot to do that before stream, and I got distracted. So here we are. Here it goes. It's Sonic time. This is a game that... Oh, okay. Give it a second. This is a game that I played many a time when I was in middle school. Sonic Generations. Well, not many a time, but enough times that, yeah, man, install the trophies, dude. I'm playing this on a different account from my brother's old account. Just because there were two accounts and I don't remember making the second account, but it's there. Yeah, I'm not gonna know if this is too loud or not. But yeah, this is also not the Shadow remake. This is the original game. I just need you to understand that this is in fact the original game, because there will be no shadows to be found. I didn't feel like spending the money to buy it. So, let's press start. There it is. Saves automatically. When the thing's on screen. Yeah, I'm just gonna end up looking like off to the side like that for the entirety of the stream. I'm sorry. I don't feel like fixing my model to make it work. Good. Make sure that the options are okay. Yes, subtitles. Always has subtitles. Make sure the brightness is okay. I mean, it was probably fine default. Oh right, this has the 3D mode, because that was a thing back for the PS3s for a while. We're not doing that. Voice over language is just gonna be plain English. Despite the fact that the voice actors, this is a lot of their first times doing these character voices, I think. And this Sonic Freeriders and Sonic Colors for the 3DS. These are all like their very first times voicing these characters, so they're gonna all sound a bit different from how they do nowadays in English. But might as well just stick with what I know better than Japanese. I don't know. I just prefer to do dub or sub most of the time, anyways. One of these days I might actually play Sonic Heroes on stream, but not today. Let's do it. The string's looking straight at the decoy. It'll send you off in the wrong direction, so watch out. If you take damage when you have no range left, you lose a life. Alright, here we are. Hello.
I'm Omochow. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Look me up if you ever need some help. Here's a tip to get you started. Press the X button to spin jump up to higher ground.
Thank you, Mr. Almost Cow. Oh. Okay, I need to... Turns out, apparently, that... Emulator's doing... Emulator. This actually isn't emulate, this is on real hardware. That my thing is doing weird, so I gotta deactivate it, activate it. Better. We'll see as we go on if it looks okay. Literally did not see that ladybug. Also, if I'm doing badly, there's a little bit of lag between me playing and the game itself. That is a bit loud, so we're gonna turn that down. Also, as you have found out, I'm not particularly very good at Sonic games, and we're not going to be going 100% on any of these stages. That's not happening. Ow. Whee! Saw spring. Do-do, ba-do, ba-do, do.
When you take damage, you'll drop all the rings you've collected. If you take damage when you have no rings left, you'll lose a life, so be careful.
Thank you, good sir. Oh, I can't jump. I shouldn't be using the analog stick for this. No! Okay, there we go.
Press the square button here to use the spin dash to break through.
Great, that's how you spin dash. Doo-doo. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be using the analog stick when I'm playing as this particular Sonic. Oh, okay. Get me up there, Chief. There we go. Excuse you. I keep losing every single one of my goddamn rings. At least you got that one up though. Oh boy. You're kidding me. That's BS, that's what that is. Whoa! Yeah, I think this was back before we didn't,
The speed of the spin dash depends on how long the button is pressed.
Oh. I actually didn't know that with this game. Alright, I think that's it. Yep, there we go. That's it. That's fine. Oh boy, so many Chivos. Oh, this is gonna be a long one. Here it comes. Well, anyways.
He'll be here any second.
Hey guys, what's going on? You having a party or something? Surprise!
Happy birthday!
Aw, you guys.
Hooray!
It's kind of impossible to surprise you.
You totally got me this time. I had no idea.
Yeah, right. Happy birthday, Sonic. Hope you like this.
Like it? I love it.
Notice how he turned away so they didn't have to animate him actually eating the chili dog? Sorry. My chili cheesesteak!
Sonic, what's that?
know why the music sounds like it's coming from like a very low quality speaker for me, but it might just be my own ears and the fact that I'm wearing earbuds. Well, anyways. Dang, that sucks. Anyways, welcome to the void. This is the game pub area. It sure is.
Where am I?
I like the loading icons here. It's nice. This game is very stylish in its presentation. What is happening outside? Hello? Trucks. Okay, I can't go that way. I can't go this way. Forced to go in here. Act 2. Let's do it. Let's do it. This sign warns of a dangerous fall. Don't fall down here, you'll die. Okay. Oh, goodness me, sorry. Yawning. Yeah, this is one of the games that, like, ooh, everybody really loves. Oh, sorry, we're starting now. Alright, I do not remember how to play as Modern Sonic. Give me a moment while I figure that out. Whoop. There we go. Okay, that's one way to do that. Excuse you. Circle, sorry. Oh, it's been a while. Oh, here he comes. I guess you have to jump. Oh, here comes the thing. You just gotta move the control stick a bunch and then you get a bunch of combos. And I guess you get an extra speed boost gauge there. Set pieces, they're fun. Whoa! I'm okay. God dang it. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to actually, like, time these correctly since I'm having a little bit of, like, lag in general. That's how this tends to work when I'm using actual hardware. Oh, sorry. That was a combo ring. Hoi! Sonic, I need you to jump when I press the jump button. And now the game slows down. Like, for what it's worth, this game is, like, mostly pretty, good about, like, making the speed. Having, like, big old speed, for the most part. Whoops. Didn't notice that was there. Like, keeping up momentum. No. The games don't always do that very well. Okay, I think that's it. Oh yeah, we did it. Good lord. Oh. Okay, we did get an S rank, so that's nice. But 3 minutes, yeesh. That feels bad. But it doesn't help that it's like slightly off when I need to jump and I'm going super fast. I probably should like invest in Elgato at some point, but I'm kind of concerned with other things at the moment. Primarily, debt.
Thanks, Sonic. I thought I was dead, floating without a body in a black limbo. Ugh. I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks.
Yeah, that's normal. That's perfectly normal for sure.
Is it me, or is that place we were just in awfully familiar?
Not to me.
Haha,
This
Sonic
place
2
looks
reference.
Like something sucked all the life and color out of it. Totally strange.
The Tails has been in Green
No
Hill Zone
stranger
before
than
this.
rescuing genies in magic books or saving aliens in an interstellar amusement park.
Haha,
I'm more
references.
concerned about finding our friends.
Hey, Sonic, I saw something over there in the distance. Like buildings, but they look weird.
That might be a good place to check out. I'll be back soon.
Bye-bye. Howdy.
Wow, you weren't kidding when you said soon. I thought you already left.
Something strange is going on here. Hello? Game? There it is. Took it a second to load. Ooh. You can now switch between the two Sonics. Press triangle to switch Sonics and use both to explore the world. God, this game is gonna be 15 years old next year. Sonic's gonna be 35 next year.
Wow.
Way to go on an S rank, Sonic. Not even my mecha can keep up with you. Sorry, did you? Go back to old stages when you get the new skills to see what new stuff you can find. I just accidentally pressed it too soon, I guess. You can just like press a button to switch it. Okay. Over here we have... So now we can actually go through the hub area. So that's Green Hill, that's our next stage. There's our other stage that we have here. And find the 3 boss gate keys to unlock the boss gate and face the boss. You can get a boss key by clearing one challenge act in either Act 1 or Act 2. Make sure to come back after you've obtained a key. So, along with also playing the acts, you have to do one bonus stage for each level. There are a ton of bonus challenges to do here if you want to go for 100% completion. I will not be doing that. I will just be doing what is probably the most convenient. What is this? You need to buy a Sega Genesis controller in a skill shop in order to play the Sega Genesis. Dang, I guess so. That sucks. Boy. Okay. But, the way I'm going to do this is that at least I think I can do it like this, is that there's specific challenge stages, 3D. Oh, is my chat not working? Where's my chat? There's chat. Refresh that? That probably works now, whatever. But now that's right over my stupid cursor's right over it. Okay. So we have this, is this a skill shop? I think this is a skill shop. Oh chow, when you clear a stage, I'll give you points as a present based on the rank you earn. You can use your points to buy skills here in the skill shop. Skills will give you new abilities. Pretty much all the music in this game is references to other Sonic titles. This one, I think, is from Sonic 2, but I could be wrong, and it might be from Sonic 1 or 3. It might be from 3, actually. But there's a bunch of different skills you can collect. Probably just gonna get this one when I get enough points for it, so I can play Sonic the Hedgehog in the Sega Genesis. And this one you can just get an extra life. Increases speed. Shield protects you. Lose less speed moving uphill in water. Drop rings attack 10 seconds. Get an extra life when you're out of lives. Huh. So you have a life 0. So normally you don't have a life 0. Gotcha. Safety net. Sure-footed. Land on your feet after getting damaged. Those are neat. And then you can customize your skills that you can equip here that you bought. They're also, you set them to sets and you can customize them and change the name. Might as well stop on a dime regardless of speed. Probably should just have that on. And equip your set. You're good to go. Saving. Give it a second. Alright, and then there's this one, which is Information Pod. This is a handy device to get information about the game. Talk about it if you need a refresher. Q&A view records. How do I... No. Okay, that doesn't... Ah! Okay. Switch Sonics before entering stage gates to access either Act 1 or Act 2. Act 1 lets you do side classic, and Act 2 does, modern. Fun. You can play it in any order. Act 1 tends to be easier. Clear an act, proceed to the stage, path will sparkle until the stage is cleared. We're not going to go back to Green Hill. Let me go over here as well. The last thing here is the Sonic's Memories in the Collection Room. You get new items when you collect red star rings, which I haven't found yet. Modern in terms of Sonic, as it defines it in this game, is Dreamcast onwards. However, since this game was made in 2011, that's not, like, a huge amount of games, necessarily, but at the same time, like, eh. But yeah, if you happen to find any, red rings, you can, look at various character, you can look at play some music, art, and various cutscenes. I think the cutscenes are unlocked as you go. Yeah, they're unlocked as you go. I think the characters as well. Yeah, they're unlocked as you go. Sonic the Hedgehog. There's 2 of them. 2 of them. All spikes and speed. Sonic the Hedgehog is the fastest hedgehog in the world. Big on attitude with a big heart to match. Like the wind, he's always on the move, living a life of excitement and adventure. And then Miles Tails Prower. Here's Tails, our good friend Tails. A talented young fox cub. Tails can fly by spinning his 2 tails like helicopter rotors. A gentle soul bullied in his past for having 2 tails, Tails became more confident about himself after meeting Sonic and seeing him run like the wind. Tails looked up to Sonic and has been with him ever since. You can also rotate them. That's fun. Anywho. Let's have to get back to the gameplay. I don't think I've actually unlocked any extra stages, have I? I don't think I have. Yeah, it doesn't look like I've unlocked any extra stages. Yeah, no, I guess I unlocked them. Oh, it's a Sonic Mega Collection menu music. Okay. That's where I've heard that from. Besides from here. It's been a while since I played this game, so I forget what all the references are. But there's a lot of good ones. We don't have any art right now, because I haven't gotten any red rings yet. I don't really feel like collecting all the red rings. We're not gonna look at all that stuff. You can look at it on your own time. I don't care. Anywho, we got to go to the next stage. I didn't really think too hard about this But, depending on which one you play second, the cutscene where you save the person changes. So, I mean, you get funnier cutscenes if you use the classic Sonic. So I guess we'll do Modern Sonic first. Anywho, this is from the game that the first Sonic game that I played. Sonic 2. Which my dad had on the Dreamcast, my god, on the Genesis, and he brought that into my parents' marriage, whereas my mom had an SNES, and she brought that into the marriage. But my brother played Sonic 2 with me when I was little. We were kids, and we did the, whatchamacallit? Like, the 2-player mode where the screen gets all stretched out. How do I jump up there? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember how to jump up there. Oh, okay. Burp. Okay. Turn, you dingus. Why? No! Come on now, man. This stage in particular is you can fall in a lot of different ways, and that's a little bit scary. Oh. Come on now, man. You... I don't have the... I almost fell down. Did you see him treading the water? Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, welcome to Chemical Plant Zone. You do. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Why? I have no rings now! Oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I don't have rings. I'm not risking that. Not risking that for the biscuit. Sonic? Sonic? Hello? What's happening? When I was in like middle school, there was like this. There was this what's it? There's a red wing. There was this like. I'm trying to think of the word, like where you make the Shush. I know, Omochao, I know, sweetheart, I know. I can't access the, stuff here. Burp, burp. Come on, give me the burp, burp. Burp, burp. There it is. Where you make the, like, do the song with the lyrics to a song that doesn't have lyrics, like, it's Rainbow Road, it's where you go when you die, it's Rainbow Road. There was one I saw that was for a Chemical Plant Zone. So whenever I hear this song, I think about that particular track. I'm okay. It was a really simple, stupid song. It was like, can't you see that I'm under? Can't you see that I'm under water, baby? Damn it. I don't know why the song was like that, but it was. Oh right, this is the part where the water keeps rising. Uh-oh, watch out, the water's rising. Hey! Where am I? Oh, it's a little hard to see Sonic. He's a very small blue dot. You don't want to move at all? Okay. I didn't know those weren't going to move. Wasn't aware that those didn't move. Oi. Oi. Oi! Go up. Go up, Sonic. You're going to drown, Sonic. Okay, we're right there. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, it's been so long. It's been so long since you were so the man behind the slaughter. Where am I? Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't remember this area at all. I don't think I've ever actually been up here. Never took that path. Yeah. Let me try going back down here and taking that one. Land on the... Sonic! Alright, death number 1. Death number 1 of many. Okay. Alright! Yeah! If you drown in chemical plant, then your pork is going to be found with, like, radioactive material inside of it. Yeah, just walk directly into the goop, dude. Just walk directly into the goop. God damn it. I'm not getting an S rank. Oh my god. Sonic, please. Sonic. Oh, he's so slippery. Oh, he's so slippery. I press the button and then you leave, and I don't know. I don't know why you do that. I have to press the button once and then not again. I'm not taking that that rail grind the next time around. This game's trying my patience. Alright, we're going here, I guess. No, this is the same area, then why don't I remember it? Can you see that I'm under? Woo! Sonic! What the baby? Yeah. I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream. Go, 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 go. I was right at the end. That's a C rank for sure. Oh, B. Not too shabby. Not too bad, I guess. Was, Oh, hi, Tails.
Sonic!
Tails!
This chemical plant feels familiar.
B.
I'd never forget a smell like this. And that pink water makes me really nervous for some reason.
References.
You're right, Tails. This place is giving me deja vu all over again.
Well, anyways. References, 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 references. That's it. That's the cutscene. We have some black cherry water today. Very delicious. From my local store. I got one red right now that took me 6 minutes. Yeah, thanks. See your new items sent to your collection room. I got artwork number 1. Fun. Yeah, no, chemical plant. This is the start of the chemical plant comeback. This is the start of a mini star comeback. They'd already been putting Green Hill into a lot of this. Yes, Tails. What do you need?
Hey there.
Sonic, if you just tap the X to hop, you won't lose any of your running speed. Thank you, Tails. Anyways, other Sonic time. He's gone. Oh no, he's there. He's tiny now.
Sonic!
Springs that launch you backwards can be used to create shortcuts. I saw a red star ring too, so give it a try. Little guy. Okay, I wasn't sure if he was actually here, so that's why I, when it said switch characters on here, I didn't want to show him yet because I didn't know that you could just see him. But, yeah, there's 2 of them. There's also 2 Tailses. Urethra! He's a smart little lad. There he is. He's tinier. Anywho, I don't remember if the lady who voices him in this game is the same lady who voices him in the movies? I don't believe so. I believe that changed at some point in the mid-2000s. But anyways, back to Chemical Plant Zone. Time to drown again. But this time as a baby. My god, you need air to stay underwater. You cannot breathe underwater. You will drown. Oh, goodness. I hate yawning. Alright. Now this one sounds a lot more like the song I knew when I was a kid. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I guess we're going this way? Are we going this? Okay, I guess we're going this way. Just don't down, forehead. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh. God damn, I thought I could go for the gap. Oh, Sonic, you're going too fast there, bud. I gotta remember that I don't have homie attack. Whee! Oh, rings. Ah. Speed, 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 speed! Where am I going? I think I went backwards? Yeah, no, there's no Puyo Puyo here. Sorry, this is Sonic Generations. Mania is a different game. Yeah, dude. Help! Help! Help me! Help! Oh, hey. Thank you. Appreciate that, friend. I gotta use the D-pad. I'm not using the arrow keys. Oh, it's coming. Hang on. Hang on. Sonic, don't you drown. I swear to God, if you drown, I'm going to kill you myself. Sonic! Okay, we're good. Oh. Well, never mind. I guess we're going down then. Whee! Do, 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 do. No, I don't want to go down. Game, I don't want to go down! Music? Oh, okay. Music? I'm dying. I'm okay. Do, 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 do. Ah! 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 I forgot they did that. Do, 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 do. Oh, that was much shorter than I was expecting. Ugh. I'm fine. Ooh, so close to an A. Oh, there it is! Perfect bonus. I guess perfect bonus happens when you don't, like, lose a life. That's all it is. That's neat. I can skate on by just by not losing a life. Anywho, now we have restored color to all of Chemical Plant. Hooray! Oh, okay. Game had a hard time with that.
Thank you, Sonic. Wow, you look younger every day. What's your secret?
Wah, wah, wah. I don't have the sound effect on me right now. Back when this game first came out, I hated how Amy's voice sounded. I thought of it as like Minnie Mouse sounding. the voice actress has gotten more used to being Amy now because of Sonic Boom, which helps her sound not Minnie Mouse like. So I've grown to like her voice nowadays, but in this game, bad. Don't like it. Oh, I just knew you'd come for me, Sonic. You're my hero. I got artwork number 2. Wow. A second artwork. Would you like to let me move, game? No? Okay, no, there we go.
You're amazing.
You got me a ring? Aw, it's a red star ring, not the kind of ring I was hoping for. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-bop. Anywho, 2 of them. Yeah, unfortunately there's only, 2 Sonics and 2 Tails. There's no second Amy or, second Knuckles. Or anything like that. Anywho, next game. Still haven't played this one. She can find rings on her own. She's literally right next to the chemical plant zone. If she like steps in there for like 5 seconds, she can find a ring. Alright, here we go. Whoa. Sky sanctuary. It is in the sky.
You can perform freestyle tricks by jumping on the trick jump panels. Use the left stick to pull off tricks.
Yeah, they're a lot simpler than in Sonic Colors. In Sonic Colors, you have to do like a button combination. In this game, you just like waggle the stick and then you do it.
You can also perform freestyle tricks with rainbow rings.
I somehow missed the red ring. That's so cool. It was right next to me. God damn it. There's a life down there. Oh! No, no, no. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot this was a mechanic. Yes. There we go. Shut up. God damn it. Alright. Oh no, he comes back. Let me off. Game, let me off. Yeah, that's definitely how they wanted me to do that. For sure. I literally cannot see Sonic on the screen! Uh oh, watch out! Don't fall here, or you will die. Okay. Yeah, that's not dangerous at all. Take it slow. Doo-doo. Beep, bop, beep. Beep, blop, bleep. Oh. Okay. I thought I could move those, but I guess not. I hope you are having a nice, Tuesday afternoon, question mark. It's getting close to that time of the day where I'm not quite sure what counts as afternoon anymore. But, I haven't done a whole lot today. The majority of how I spent my day was, trying to plan everything. It's Tuesday, innit? But, there we go. It's like the same exact sound effects that's like used in, Sonic's Heroes, I want to say. Okay, I did manage to let it. Oi! Oh. Excuse you, sir. I'm walking-y. I really did not do a whole lot, so... Ooh, come on! This is pretty much the highlight of my day. Okay. Okay, we got it. We did not get it. We got it. There he goes! This level feels so long. It's not, but it feels long. Oh, where am I? Well, I'm definitely not doing this right. Oh! How did that happen, Sonic? How'd you pull that one there, Chief? Alright. I was a little bit scared there. Got a little bit scared there, not gonna lie. Ooh. Do. Cool. A long play the final level of Sonic Unleashed. That's a game that I have been putting off finishing for a good long while because the Wii version really sucks bad and I've never actually finished that version of the game. It's the only version that I own. And it gets really, really bad towards the end.
The floor here looks like it could give way at any moment. Stay on the sections that look stable.
Thank you, sweetheart. Where am I? Oh, okay, I'm here. That's fine. The auto lock-on feature is not helping me. I'm gonna be honest, it's not doing much for me.
The floor here looks like it could give way at any moment. Stay on the sections that look stable.
What if I want to go on the red thing? What will you do if I go on the red thing game? Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. And we're out. Oh, my voice. Hello, Death Egg. Jesus, good lord. These levels are taking me a lot longer than they should. Egg. Oh, you know what I don't have on screen? Give me 1 second. Ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. Copy and paste onto this thing here. Paste, I guess reference? That's not where that goes. Go down here, friends. There they are. Alright, cool. Alright, next one. Yeah, I have friends here because I have them on my desk. I have my little cow plushie and I have my Badoof plushie here on my desk, so we get to have them here on stream as well. Get in there, Sonic. Sometimes I think maybe I just don't like playing video games. Most of the time I do, though. In you go. Yeah, skip over the rings. Watch out, you'll probably fall. I don't think I remember the stage being, like, very difficult. Granted, it is, like, literally... I guess I've eliminated 100 enemies. The Death Egg is leaving. That's a little concerning. Whoop. Whoa. Alright, there we go. Ooh, okay. And I can never make it up there for whatever reason. I don't remember what game Death Egg Zone is. Is that specifically Sonic 3? Because I remember there's the stupid final zone or whatever in Sonic 2 where... Hey game, I need to get up there! Where, you walk forward and then you fight, the Silver Sonic? What is it called? In that game, I forget. Ooh! I forget what he's called in that game. Oh, Sonic and Knuckles specifically. That's technically the same thing. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Okay. Yeah, man. Ah! Okay, there we go, we're fine. No, this net is. Ah! Birds of Paradise are also here. Yeah, that's good. Why did you go that way? But why did you go that way, though? Stop on a dime, even while running. I gotta remember that I don't have the stupid jump here. The jump that makes things easier. Oh yeah. One second. I think I gotta reset my camera. Alright. Okay. There he goes. Yeah, walk right into him, dude. That's fine. Red ring? Wait, hang on. Wait, hang on. No, no, no. No, no, go back there. Go back up there. Alright, whatever. Oh, how do I go up there? What? Oh, there was a down. Okay. I forgot that this is a mechanic. Oh, okay. Boy, this certainly is a stage. Oh, good lord. Okay, we're fine. Be careful. If you fall, you die. Huh? Eggman! I'm gonna take the top part, because that's funner. Where am I? Okay, I'm in there. Woo. Nice. Where am I? This game has a lot of moments where I have to say, where am I? Because I can't... Sonic is so small on the screen, and I can't tell where he is at any time whatsoever. Excuse you. Oh! Do 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 do. Here I come. I almost
Platforms
am.
are falling apart. You have to hurry.
Yeah, I figured I did. Okay. Bonk. Oh, that's good. Hey, okay. I'm fine.
The platforms are falling apart. You have to hurry.
How many times am I going to have to hear this, though? But not too much. Oh, okay. Game didn't like that. Oh, game didn't like that. I am very happy with just getting Bs. I am completely fine with getting Bs. We do not need to go for S ranks. That was my whole stick in high school and college. I do not need to be getting A pluses. I just want to pass. And this is why I don't go to an Ivy League school. Sky Sanctuary. How has it been an hour? How has it been an hour already? Numpkins. He's by grapes. His favorite food.
Thanks, Sonic. You did a good job back there. Hey, did you gain weight?
Excuse you.
Sonic!
Thanks for the assist, Sonic. I hope everyone else is alright, too. You know what? Oh, there they are. There's the extra stages. There they are. Challenge Act gates have appeared. New challenges await you in each act. There are 5 challenges each in Acts 1 and 2 for a total of 10 challenges. And this is per stage. You have 10 challenges per stage. And there are 9 stages. So if you want to do all of them, go right ahead. I'm not doing that. An icon is shown next to each challenge gate to show what kind of challenge awaits you. Speed, technique, doppelganger, friends, enemy, item, ring, juggle, rescue. Juggle? Juggle. Juggle. And I also got artwork number 3. This is by far the most important thing about this. Anywho, there it is. Game needs to save. And now we can go places. Alright.
Nice work.
You found a red star ring? That's a big deal. You're a regular treasure hunter. Because Knuckles is also a treasure hunter. Hoo-hoo. Yeah, trying to think. I wasn't gonna mention this, but it's my stream, and I find these facts interesting, so I'm gonna put them out there anyways. Sonic is voiced by Roger Craig Smith in this game. He voiced him starting in Sonic Colors, and that's pretty neat. Do I have enough frames for the for whatever? Hang on. For the come on. Oh my god. Give me the thing. I think I have enough frames for it. Nope, I don't. I'm going to turn off Omo Chow in the settings. Exit game for a little bit. Yes, I would like to exit the game. Knock, knock, it's Knuckles. And Roger Craig Smith has been in a lot of various games prior to this point. He's a regular voice actor that does stuff for a variety of different things, primarily games and anime. Omo Chow. We're gonna turn him off. And apologies to Mr. Omo Chow, we're gonna turn you off for today. Goodbye, Sonic Heroes music. Alright, get back in there. But yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog is now currently his most notable role, probably. He's also the narrator for Say Yes to the Dress, and he is Ezio in, whatchamacallit? That game. Assassin's Creed. That's what it's called. Might as well look at the characters now. As well, Tails is voiced, I believe, in this game by Kate Higgins. who is also one of those, everybody since the 2010s has been primarily like anime, video game type of voice actors. So, while Tails is no longer voiced by Kate Higgins, he was at one point, and I believe it is in this game as well, as a few others past this point, and Sonic Colors, of course. She's most notably known as the current voice of Pauline from Mario, and she sang Jump Up Superstar, so there's that. I don't really know any of her other notable roles, but that's something. Amy! Oh, I guess we're looking at Knuckles first. Really? I mean, I guess he came first, but chronologically it would be Amy. Well, actually, chronologically it would be Amy and then Tails. Listen, Omochild's Omochild's a deer, but like, I don't... like, he's gonna be the death of me. Amy Rose. A young, cheerful girl hedgehog, Amy can be a bit obsessed about chasing Sonic. She even claims to be his girlfriend. She's an energetic go-getter who lets nothing get in her way. I want to say that she's voiced by Wendy Lee, but I am probably incorrect about that assumption. I don't remember who voices her. It might be Wendy Lee, it might not be. I don't feel like looking it up, so I don't know what to say about that. If it is Wendy Lee, she's been in a lot of different games as well, anime and video games, probably pretty notably. In relation to this series, in Puyo Puyo, she voices no less than, like, I think 3 different characters, at least, maybe 4. She also is in Danganronpa, as a couple of different characters. There's that. I could be wrong about her being voiced by, Wendy Lee, though. I probably am. Probably someone else, and I'm blanking on her name, and I feel really bad about that. Anywho, Knuckles! Knuckles is a heroic and powerful echidna who lives on Angel Island, an island in the sky. He guards the island's giant Master Emerald. He's Sonic's rival and friend who can be stubborn and serious, and his belief in the goodness of others sometimes makes him gullible. I feel that, though. Like, he's gullible, he's not stupid. Sonic Boom makes him out to be stupid. That's not true to how his character is, generally speaking, though. He's just gullible. He believes that others are genuinely good, and that's good for him, but he's also sheltered and doesn't know. He keeps trusting the wrong people, unfortunately. Knuckles, in this game, and up until, Frontiers, is voiced by Travis Willingham. Willingham. And what do you need, Knuckles?
Yo!
Speed up to make a spinning top float up, and slow down to go down. Thank you, Knuckles. Yeah, alright, cool. But, Travis Willingham is, I know him primarily in being in, what's the game called? Catherine? I think he's in Catherine. He's not like a huge role in Catherine, but he's in there. I don't really know too many of these other roles off the top of my head, unfortunately. So there you go. Amy, I'm not talking to you. We're gonna, you know what? Let's do the regular things first. What sort of missions do we have in Green Hill? We have a doppelganger, enemies, Knuckles is here, I guess. I forget what the finger is. What does the finger do? That one looks like items. I'm gonna do the enemy one. Let's do that one. The Buzz Bomber's Revenge. Beware the Buzz Bombers reach the goal before time runs out. Actually, let's do this with... You know what? Wait, hang on. Reach the goal before time runs out. Yeah, no. Let me do this with modern Sonic. I was gonna say regular Sonic. That's rude to classic Sonic. They're both regular Sonic. What's this one? Look out below. Reach the goal before the time runs out. Watch out for the crumbling course. That one's a Tails one. That one's Doppelganger again. I don't really like doing the challenges that much. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, mostly. Master the jump panels as you bounce your way to the golden time limit. I can try this one, I guess. Sure, why not? Let's do this one. Jump rush. Like Sonic Rush? Ooh. That is referenced in the 3DS version. I own that game, the 3DS version of this game. Never got past this first section though, because I wasn't really super into it. Apologies. Alright, here we go. Great. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, I'm definitely not gonna make it with how things are going here. That's for sure. Okay, there's one. Doo-doo. Yeah, keep hitting that, Sonic. Just keep hitting those. Oh! Alright, take two. Okay, there we go. One over here. And there was one over there that I can barely see. That's so cool. I love that. Oh! Homing attack! Why don't you work? Homing attack! Why don't you work? I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Over here. Where am I? Yeah, that's good. I don't have the reaction speed to react to that. Yeah, I don't care anymore. Help me. Okay. I don't think we're gonna make it through this one. I don't think it's happening. Okay. Okay. Good, 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 good. Bad! You have a good as well. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Well, that's it. That's it. I succeeded. That works. No, I'm not trying again. We made it, and that's good enough for me. Okay. Bonus bell been added to a challenge act stage. Ring the bell and make a note appear and grab it to add new pieces of artwork or game music to the collection. Cheap viewers on streamable.com. Remove the space. Remove the space and follow the stream. Streamviewers.com. Bye-bye. I have to go and grab... Where did it go? Yeah, I'm aware of that. Okay. Try that again. Ba-da, busky, busky, boop. Ba-dee-da, ba-dee, ba-dee, bop. Artwork number 41. And we've got the boss gate key. Get a key, the protected field must be removed by clearing one of the challenge acts in your Act 1 or Act 2. Select 3 of them to unlock, the boss gate and challenge the boss. Now, I don't remember how this all exactly works, so I don't know if the particular thing I want to do in Clinical Plant Zone will actually give me the other boss key for it. So we're going to do, we're going to do this one first. Over here we have a Knuckles. We have this. What is this? Use balloons to bounce extra high as you make your way to the goal in time. Okay. Doppelganger. Enemies. High-speed hijinks. Enemies move and shoot at double speed. Get to the goal safely in time. Ooh. I'm gonna do the balloon one. Sonic, I need you to not do that, bud. I just want you to go up from here. Just go up from here. Just go up from here. Okay. You're killing me, Smalls. Alright, here we go. Let's do this one then. Go for it. Go for it, Nakamura. We'll just keep going until like around-ish 2 hours, I guess. See where we're at that point. And then finish the game next time, maybe. This game on How Long to Beat said like 5.5 hours, so it might take me 3 streams, it might take me more. It might take me 3 streams, it might take me 2, I don't know. What? Bye-bye! Alright, take 2. It does let me know that S rank is 1 minute and 20 seconds, which I am not getting, for sure. I'm having fun. This is fun. Yeah, dude! That's unfortunate. Come on, man. Jesus Christ, okay. Yeah, that works. Maybe a little bit scared. A little bit scared. Okay. That's helpful. Thank you for providing some platforms. I jump and he shoots me. Oh. Balloons are a little bit wonky. Thank you. Oh, the goal's right there. Oh. No, why am I over here now? Remember to stop using the controls. Stop using the analog stick when you do these, because the D-pad is better for the 2D sections. Okay. Sonic. Okay. Sonic! Oh. Okay. Oh, it's windy. It's fucking windy out there. Oh! Don't scare me like that. I have to hold the button. I keep pressing it shortly. But I have to hold the button in order to actually do it properly. Okay. I mean, I guess that works. Not really what I wanted, but I guess that works. Okay. Trying to go fast, but that's fine. For the platforms. And we're back. It's the fact that they keep putting it on the wrong, like, they keep wanting me to home attack on the wrong balloon that's infuriating me so much. Okay. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, Sonic! Okay. Okay. There's not, how do I get over there? How do I get over there? Okay. Okay. No. 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 Please. Okay. Okay. Like I have no momentum here is the thing. I can't do this because I have no momentum. I have to go slow because otherwise I'm going to fall down. Okay. 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 Oh boy, howdy. Oh, if you had sent me to Ack, I would be very upset. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're literally almost there. Oh my god. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Oh, okay. We're not doing that again. No. Part of the problem was also that I wasn't pressing the button, because pressing the button to jump is the same button as pressing the button to do the stupid homing attack anyways. And you hit the balloon and it still sends you upwards, so like what's the point? Alright, where's it coming from? Where's it coming from? Okay, here it comes. I swear to god, okay, we'll stand here instead. So I don't accidentally ring the bell again, because that keeps happening. That's happened before when I played this game, so not as if it's abnormal, god dang it. Hey, Splash Hill Zone. From whatchamacallit, Sonic the Hedgehog 4, which certainly is a game that exists. We have Sonic the Hedgehog 4 episode 2 on here. Anywho, the reason why it took a little bit longer to get over here is because you have a little special surprise friend over here. Would you like to jump up? Jump up. Face me if you wish you have the Chaos Emerald. I forgot you could change the music in literally every stage once you get music. Anyways, this is the introduction of Metal Sonic's quote-unquote theme, Stardust Speedway's, bad future. This was the first time in a Sonic game that they used that particular song for, the theme song. So, there you go. Okay. Yeah, we're probably only gonna get through the boss, and like one other stage afterwards. Based on how things have been going with the challenges. Here he comes! This particular boss fight was always a little bit hard for me. Get down! Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Oh, buddy. Yeah, all you gotta do is just hit him. And you are in fact running the entire time, so you have to control your speed so that you don't accidentally get hit by him. Ow. Okay. Got him. Like I did just there. This is a very good remix though, for sure. Spring, got it. Got him. Oops. That's okay. And get him! There we go. It's not... It was harder for me when I was younger because I was in middle school, and that's just how it is, but, you know. Simple enough. Easy does, easy do it. Do we an S? S rank, baby! Scrap metal. Okay. My shoulders have been hurting a lot. My body in general has been hurting a lot, and it makes me feel like I'm older than I really am, and I'm only 26. I shouldn't be feeling this way, but at the same time, I'm not particularly healthy, so I suppose that makes sense. Anywho. Chaos Emerald. Yeah, Chaos Emerald. Legend says collecting all 7 will cause mysterious power to emerge. Okay, so... I will battle you as many times as it is necessary. This is also one of the few times that Sonic talks in a modern game. He tends not to talk a whole lot in modern games. Because he doesn't have a voice bank for whatever reason. So that didn't actually unlock the key, so I actually have to play a challenge. Alright, what do we got? Aqua Shield. Use the Aqua Shield to reach goal in time and attain the Aqua Shield skill. Can I... Okay, I only have Splash Hill Zone. I can try it, I guess. I don't know. In the latter half of the game, it does get a bit tricky just in general. Not necessarily because the stages themselves are, like, tricky. It's more so that the stages get very long by the end of the game, and it's very hard for me to play when constantly very long. How do I get up? Oh, okay, that's how you get up. You bounce with it. That's fun. Didn't know you could do that. Or at the very least, I forgot you could do that. Grab that, just in case. Just in case. Can you see them under? Can you see them underwater, baby? Dance. Can you see them under? Ooh. There we go. Whoa, whoa. Okay, I still have the shield. That's good. That seems dangerous. There we go. Oh, I see. Oh, so close. Yeah, the invisible platform that wasn't even there. Hopefully we're getting close to the end. Like, none of these particular, like, stages are that long, but still. It's a little bit tiring. Ooh. No, you don't. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Let's go gambling! There we go. Okay. Ho 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 ho! Yeah, baby! Got him. No. Alright, there we go. 3 keys. Got all of them. Now we also have the Aqua Shield skill, if we so desire to use it. We won't need it for the boss, but, you know, just in case. New skills in the shop! New skills in the shop! Come on. Great. See them underwater, baby, dang it. Oh my god. Ba-da-da-do. Artwork number 42. I want to check out the artwork at some point. Anywho. I guess I'll save the Chaos Emeralds for later. Although if I do, then I'm gonna have to extend the time on... You know what? No. We'll do them when we unlock them. We'll do them first and then do the keys. Boss gate is now open. Head on through the face against the boss. When you lose life, you'll start again from the last star post you passed. I love this cutscene. It's so great. The
Take
cutscene.
a good look at yourself, Sonic.
There he is.
Dr. Eggman?
Eggman's beam.
It's the last look you'll get before I close your eyes forever.
Another Sonic? What? Wait a second!
The cutscene also changes depending on who you enter in with, classic or modern. That in particular does not change, but the perspective does, and that's neat. They're literally the same, haha. Two Sonics. As is the one voice actor that did not change during the entire voice actor changeover that they had is Mike Pollock, who is apparently not the most greatest guy out there. Apparently he's Anywho, he's been the voice of Eggman since the they had the 4Kids dub, and he is, you know, Eggman currently. Anywho, Death Egg Robot. I had troubles with this one in middle school as well, this particular boss. Ow.
I will harm you.
And then you hit his booty butt. I probably shouldn't have gotten all the rings at the start, but that's okay. And now we are changing the game. We're now doing the 3, baby. Boy. You have to press the buttons and get him to hit the bombs. And then you... Oh! Hang on, here we go. Then you climb on his arm and attack him. That's it. Pretty easy, very simple. But I always, like, got the bombs all... like, I wouldn't do the bombs right, so... I would have troubles with the bombs. Ow. This is a cute little boss. For a first one, it's not too bad. Woo. Come on. Sonic. Sonic, you gotta get on the platform. You gotta let him hit the bombs and get on the platform there, buddy. Ow. Alright. Here we go. Got him. Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I want to say this... Like, I want to say this was the Sonic 2 boss, but it probably wasn't. It probably was the Sonic 3 boss. And I'm just being a big old poopy head about it. I love the music for it. It's neat. It's neat. Perfect bonus, get an A. Yeah! Sunny side up. Bored. Alright, anywho. Uh-oh. The purple is back.
What? No! No! Sonic! Save me!
I don't think you can jump that high. Okay, bye-bye! That is quite unfortunate. Oh well. There he goes. I see, that is a good question. That I'm thinking of is, sorry. In my head, if it's from Sonic 2 or Sonic 1.
I can't believe there's 2 of me.
Me neither.
I think I figured it out.
I don't know why he's
Me
mute.
too.
I don't remember why he's mute.
Doubles of us. Places and enemies from our past. We're traveling through time and space.
They did it! Same conclusion.
How did this happen?
I think it's got something to do with that big thing that just kidnapped Eggman.
How did he convey that information?
The thing that kidnapped your friends. I mean our friends. You know what I mean.
Well.
There it is.
Oh, okay, bye-bye. No, I was right. It was Sonic 2. That explains why the music is so, like, ingrained in my head.
Where'd it go?
Googled it on Wiki.
We need to find that thing, and fast.
And fast. Bye, boys. See you later. Nice. Alright. Now that I have my phone open, I'm gonna open it up and see. Oh, part of me wants to get all the way to that stage there, but we can now access and explore the next area. Hooray! You're probably just gonna do the first stage and maybe the second. We'll see. We have gotten a Chaos. A Chaos? A Chaos Emerald. Ooh. Oh, I'm losing it. Anywho. That's the wrong button. It's the triangle button, you dingus. Press the triangle button to activate the thing. Zack! But you don't get the funny gates until later, so we now have our next 3 sets of stages. And the only one I have all of these that isn't like an early stage, I think, is this one, but I'm not sure. I say this because I haven't actually played Sonic Adventure 1. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Cindy Robinson, that's who voices her. God dang it. Then who the heck does Wendy Lee voice in this game? Does she voice no one? I swear to God she voices someone in this game. Cindy Robinson is also, however, in Puyo Puyo. She's also a few different characters in Puyo, so... There you go, there's still a connection. I did it. I won the minigame. The Lightspeed Dash is required in the next act. Would you like to see a tutorial? Yeah, okay. Suddenly Lightspeed Dash. You press the triangle button, there you go. Oh, I like that music of the slowdown. That would be a good sample for a song. It's also apparently in Blue. She was in she's in multiple Fire Emblem games. She's in Ever After High. Apparently, she's in Tekken. Looking at the Wikipedia page for Cindy Robinson now. Anyways, welcome to Radical Highway. Die. Right, yes. Oh. Oh, Sonic. There we go. And all around. Right. Up and down and all around. Whoops. Yeah, dude. Just saw blades. Oh! Okay. Alright. This song is is the reason I oftentimes say, just in general, like up and down and all around. Specifically because of this song. And because a lot of things that I did in middle school have been ingrained in my head for ages and ages and ages. This is one of them. Wee, help me! Dude, I'm trying to press the triangle button. No, I'm just gonna let it do that because I no longer care. Whoa. Yeah, that's where I wanted to go for sure. Up and down and all around. Oh, okay, there was a checkpoint there. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I'm gonna use the D-pad in the 2D sections because I can't control myself very well if I use the analog stick. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay, whatever. It's fine, it's whatever, it's fine. Up and down and all around. Got. Up and down and all around. Whee! Whee! I think it was the square button I had to press. Yeah, okay. The cops are after me! The cops are after me! Jesus. Oh my god. Oh! There's a red ring! I hate this. I think this particular- oh, okay, hi, Sonic, where are you? There you are, bud. I think this particular stage also was sort of the inspiration behind the city levels and like, Sonic Frontiers, I want to say. Woo! Forgot that happens. Woo. Yeah, dude. Up and down and all around. Take my time. You don't have to go super fast. I know this is Sonic. We don't have to go at blinding speeds of light in order to get through this. Rocket! Rocket! Cube! Oh, jeez! Hover! Frenzy! Burst! Ah! This is like Toad's Turnpike. Sorry. Guy who's only ever played Mario Kart 64! This is just like Mario 64. Cube! Cube! Defender of the Polyverse! Okay. Laser! Okay. Alright, we'll get to that. Rank B. I don't even know how many lives I have left. Good lord. Actually, we might be able to get to it. No, we still have to do classic Sonic's version of the stage. We probably will be able to do this one and the next one and then probably end stream, I guess. Oh, sorry, this is Speed Highway. Radical Highway is Shadow Stage. My mistake. I get those two confused all the time. Once again, didn't grow up with Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. One of these days I might play those on stream as well. I bought them on Steam. I own them. But, like, I still have never played them. And I still have never seen the appeal of the games. As someone who played Sonic Heroes growing up and, really likes that game despite the fact that it's garbage doggo. Doggo garbage. Garbo. Speed Highway! Get in there, dude! Woo! Speed Highway! Woo! I'm losing my voice. Whoa! The game didn't like that. The cops hate Sonic because he is radical to the extreme, and also because he avoids the authorities whenever he can. Sonic will not stand by cops no matter what. I wasn't using the D-pad again. That was my issue. I wasn't using the D-pad again. I gotta remember to use the D-pad. When I do 2D sections... There we go. We got our life back. Righteous. Okay, bud. Oh, you make me scared, Sonic. Oh, you make me scared. No. Go back, bud. Go back, my good sir. There we go. Righteous. I think he says righteous? I could be wrong. You're that right there. Cars! Wait, are they stopping for me? That's really funny if they are. Almost swore there. Oh, okay. Yeah, directly in the spikes! Where am I? I don't need that. Oh right, this stage is like entirely all about rockets for classic Sonic. For whatever reason. Escalators. Eels. Ah! I don't know how to make a dolphin sound, I'm sorry. Where am I? What? Oh. Less dangerous. You gotta give me more warning than that. Okay. Okay, you gotta give me more warning than that! Oh. Oh. Oh my god. B! For bingo. Bingo. Oh, oh. Is there a church here? This does not seem like a place where- Oh, okay. Oh my god, what just happened with the camera? Whoa. Whoa, okay. Oh, game's being real funky tonight. Alright. Calm down, Sonic. God dang it. Whatever. Miss the thing. Up. Why was the camera like that? Up and down and all around. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I think if I keep climbing, it'll actually take me up there. Okay, or not. And I am Boo Boo the Fool. Yeah, okay. I do remember the camera! What is happening? Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. You doing okay there, game? I realize you're, nearly, whatchamacallit, like you're about nearly 14 years old, but like, you doing okay, bud? You alright? Okay, there's the exit. That was weird. That was really weird. I've never seen that happen before. What the heck? What was that? Why did it do it like that? But I simply remember the next stage being a little funny stinker with classic Sonic. So I'm excited for that one when we get to it in a little bit. Yeah, I think we'll just do that next day and then we'll call it for the evening. Ugh. 'Cause I'm tired. I don't remember who voices Cream in this game. I want to say I know, but I'm not entirely sure.
Thanks, Sonic. Hey, is it me, or did you get a new haircut?
Haircut? Little quills. Teeny
Mr.
tiny
Sonic.
quills. Oh, don't get me wrong. Your hair, spikes look fine like that, too. Thank you, Cream. I appreciate it. She's just a little sweetheart. She's just a polite little lass. Miss Cream the Rabbit and her friend Cheese the Chow. Where is she, actually? I cannot find her on the list. What? Where is she? She should be here. Hello? Okay, hang on. Cream. The rabbit. I spelled rabbit. Where is Cream the Rabbit? There she is. Okay, she is voiced by Michelle Ruff, who was also in Catherine as one of the titular Catherines. I don't remember which Catherine, but she was one of them. I want to say she was the pink-haired one. The one with a C and not a K, but I could be wrong. Anywho. Next stage, next stage, next stage. Where are you? There you are, bud. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo! Oh, yeah! Press X at the right time on a jump panel to leap across great distances. Neat! Press X at the right time while spinning around the horizontal bar to jump up high. Fun fact about this stage is that actually, like... Oh, I'm not sure if this is true for Speed Highway. Like, parts of the stage are, like, directly from the original stage itself. Like this! Obviously. Yeah, property damage! Yeah! No round at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Oh. This is why people love Sonic Adventure 2. Because of things like this. I'm not up there, game. Ow. Whatever. Too free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'm pretty sure this is one of the songs I sang during my video game karaoke, but I could be wrong. I sang a couple Sonic songs. There's a tram! Alright. Yeah, this particular part as well is like directly referenced from the game itself. Oh me! God dang it. Oh yeah! I think like one of the DLCs was like... The feeling's got to live and learn. One thing to do! Like... There was like a DLC or something where they like put the soap shoes back from this game. It's like a little extra costume you could have. And that was cool. Oh me, set me free. Love the music in this game. We gotta love the Sonic Adventure 2 music. Go. We will escape from the city. Whoops. Oh well. Follow me! This is a very nice rendition of the song as well. I like it a lot. Do 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 do. Whoa. Do 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 do. Watch out. I don't remember this part of the song from this. They got like the original singer to do this too. Oh! From the city. I'm just having fun with the song. I'm just having fun singing along. It's fun. It's good. Everything's fun here. We're having fun. We're having fun. Yeah, that's good. Follow me. Me. Game, would you like to maybe... I can't press the button at the right time. I can't press the button at the right time. I don't know what I'm doing wrong because I have lag. So I don't know if I'm like late or early. We're gonna be stuck here for a while. I might just do this one and then call it after this. Ah! I hit my phone. Watch me get a D rank, dude. Watch me get a D rank. Watch me swoosh right in. Swoosh, swoosh. Oh, I can just skip it. I can just skip it? Let me try skipping it then. Okay, hang on. There we go. Yeah, I wasn't getting that. Never actually been to San Francisco before, which is what this entire city is based off of, obviously. If you've never like seen like San Francisco, they have very large hills. Oh, be careful! Don't fall down. Set me free. There we go. I'll make it free. There we go. There it is. Truck! Truck! I'm boosting, dingus! Oh, oh! Help! 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 Jesus Christ! It has rockets! Dude, I can't boost! What do you mean? Shut up. Isn't there like a red ring around here somewhere? Am I crazy? I feel like there's a red ring in this area that you can easily miss. Or not. Okay. No red rings. That's fine. Oh, okay. I mean, this technically is like the halfway point between everything. Demolition Derby. Oh, I destroyed 30 cars, I guess. Good. How did I get an A rank after all that? Maybe because I didn't die? That's probably it. Oh, my ear hurts. Okay. Oh, City Escape! City Escape! Woo! Oh, yeah! Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for... Actually, we have to go back and take a look at Cream's character profile before we end things off. Whoop. Oh! Oh! Hello. Okay. Cream the rabbit. Cream is a sweet girl... Oh. Cream is a sweet girl rabbit whose friends... Help me. Cream is a sweet girl rabbit who is a friend of the Chow. She's inseparable... I can read. Cream is a sweet girl rabbit who is a friend of the Chow. She's inseparable with her Chow friend Cheese. She gives her best at anything she tries and she's always full of curiosity. Her mom raised her to be good, so Cream is very well behaved and very polite. Her mom named Vanilla, which goes with Cream, and her Chow named Cheese, which goes with Cream. Do you get it? Do you get it? It's funny. It's puns. It's puns. It's funny. It's punny. Anywho, I believe that, yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Oh, that hurt when I stretched. That's great. I hate that. Oh, I hate that. I don't want to be in pain for the rest of my life. I don't want chronic pain. I'm 26. I have so much left in my life to live. I hate this. Anywho, that's gonna be it for today. I don't know when I'm next streaming. I have work the next 3 days, and then my days off are Saturday through Tuesday. So if I don't stream again in the evening for the rest of this week, then probably maybe Saturday, I guess. If I don't have anything I'm doing on Saturday, then that's going to be when I next stream. And I don't know if it will necessarily be Generations, but it will be something else. If not that, then probably just, like, I don't know, Style Savvy maybe? Maybe Ball Throw? Maybe Ball Throw? I don't know. In any case, that's gonna be it for today. Okay. Bye.